reporting out there as to whether or not there was a school police officer on campus when this shooting took place. Texas DPS tells me there was a school police officer on campus who exchanged gunfire with this gunman. I'm told that the officer was shot and injured, and that is when the shooter ran inside the school, got into a classroom, barricaded himself, and then just started shooting indiscriminately. Take a look at this video showing the shooter going into the school yesterday. It was posted to social media. It shows that 18-year-old local resident armed with a rifle going into the school. Again, Texas DPS telling us he shot his grandmother in the face a short time before this, then drove to the school, crashed his car, got out, apparently engaged in gunfire with the school officer, hurt him, went inside, then committed this heinous shooting. Take a listen to this 911 dispatch audio. And again, as you look at video of children being evacuated from the school, these are 7, 8, 9, and 10-year-olds, incredibly young children in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade. The school year was almost over. Some of these children had posted on social media that they had just gotten awards yesterday. Now some of them are dead. The latest numbers, 19 children killed, 2 teachers killed, almost all of them in one single classroom, a fourth grade classroom where that shooter barricaded himself, according to what we are being told. As you'll take a look at video of the scene yesterday, the latest in the investigation, we are learning that police are serving search warrants. They are going through the shooter's social media. They are going through his phone records. They are trying to contact any relatives he might have. So far, I'm told they've only been in touch, or they only know of his grandmother. He's described as a loner. And take a listen to what this local resident had to say as well. This is a very tight-knit community of about 15,000 people. Take a listen to what she had to say.
Really, it's really hard to see what happened today here as a grandma. Yeah, it is very hard. I can't imagine going through that with one of my grandkids. My heart is broken for the parents here in Uvalde. It's never thought something like this would happen in a small town and friendly as Uvalde, where we know each other, and it's been a very, very bad tragic here.
And a couple of other things to point out here. Texas DPS telling us as of this morning there are still 17 other people injured as a result of this shooting. That includes the suspect's grandmother, again, who was shot in the face. We are told she is in serious condition at a hospital in San Antonio. We are also learning that the gunman here apparently bought 2 AR-style rifles legally here in the Uvalde area in the days leading up to the shooting. A Texas state senator saying he got a briefing from the ATF that he purchased those weapons on May 17th and May 20th. Also purchased on May 18th 375 rounds of ammunition. So clearly he was stocking up in the days leading up to this attack. They found one of the rifles in his crashed car, the other inside of the school where the shooting took place. We'll send it back to you.
Hey, Bill, it's John here. Let me come back to the school resource officer, because we did hear Chris Olivares from Texas DPS, who we'll be talking to in just a minute, speaking to that last hour, that this officer was on scene, engaged the suspect as he ran up to the school, got off a couple of shots, but he himself was hit. And I
19 kids and 2 teachers dead
why the
this
school
scumbag.
didn't go into instantaneous lockdown after that engagement. Why was
Thank
there
you
still
for
the
watching.
door open?
More to come. Please
Well,
subscribe. You know what to do.
John,
Hit that
how was that
bell
shooter able
for
to
more
get into
latest
the school?
updates.
Let's assume
And thank you to
you
all my
could hear
new
the gunshots
subscribers.
happening outside, right? There was an active firefight going on. How did that gunman gain access to
This
the
is a
school?
variety
You saw that
channel, and
social
we are
media video
making
where
it
it
better.
appears he's walking up
Thanks to
either
all
a
you.
ramp or some stairs to get inside. Clearly, he was able to get inside. It's unclear if there was a
Hit
door
that like
that was
and
left
comment,
open,
please.
or if it was unlocked, or if he was somehow maybe able to shoot his way into it. We're waiting for those details to come out, but that absolutely is going to be one of the major questions of this investigation. If there was a car crash outside, if the police were after him, if there was apparently a
Sorry about
shootout
moving the
outside,
camera around.
you
I
would
only
think
have
that
one
would be
hand
heard,
hold.
the doors would be locked. We don't know what happened. We don't want to speculate, but the bottom line is that gunman somehow did gain access.
The more people I get, the better I can make my channel.
But also
So it's up to you guys.
Classroom, a 4th grade classroom where
The more
he then
subscribers, I'll make it
barricaded
more
himself and
professional.
apparently just started killing everybody inside.
Bill, just a last follow-up on that, and we'll hear more about this in just a minute, and very specifically more about these children and teachers who lost their lives in all this. But there was an effort to go around the building. Now knowing this all happened in that fourth grade classroom, there was an effort by local police to go to the windows around this school, break those windows, to try to help anyone who could escape while this was still ongoing.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were hearing, is responding officers going around the school, busting out the windows, getting kids out any way they could. You saw the video of children being rushed out of the school. They were trying to get them out any way they could, but at that point in time, what we're being told is responding
Thanks for
officers,
watching. God bless.
we're having to hear the gunshots going off from inside the
Peace.
school.
See you next one.
Again, that gunman had barricaded himself inside one single classroom, was shooting in there. Local police tried to get in. He shot at them, they were injured, and it wasn't until that elite Border Patrol BORTAC agent went in with another tactical team. They did what's called a stacking maneuver, where they go in all together. They were shot as they were coming in. He was injured, but they were able to take that killer down and neutralize him.
Bill Malugin, with his continued reporting on the ground there in Uvalde, you'll keep us posted on the ongoing investigation. Bill, we'll check in with you again soon. Thank you. John.
Thanks for subscribing.
Pictures of the young victims and their teachers are starting to come out as grieving families share stories of their loved ones. Alexis McAdams is live in New York City with more on this angle. Alexis?
Yeah, John, if this doesn't break your heart, seeing these kids' pictures will, because we're learning more about those innocent lives lost again this afternoon. 19 students, 19 little kids, and 2 teachers were killed in this classroom there in Texas, each one with their own story. I just talked to a family member of one of those teachers who was killed. That's 44-year-old Eva Morales, who you see here. She was shot and killed in her classroom at Robb Elementary School. The 4th grade teacher worked at the district for nearly 20 years. She was a wife and a mom, gunned down, doing what she loved in the classroom. Her family calling her a hero.
She is a
She
hero.
put love into everything she did, with her daughter, with her family, with the school, and I will always remember her, honestly, as a hero for doing what she did, especially as a mom to having her own child. I would say that.
These were the photos of the 5 killed out of those 19 kids. This is 10-year-old Javier Lopez, 8-year-old Uzziah Garcia, 10-year-old Rogelio Torres, 10-year-old Elijah Cruz Torres, and 10-year-old Ellie Garcia. Police say they were
Little
just sitting in a
angels.
classroom yesterday afternoon, getting ready to go on summer break in just a couple of days, when this gunman walked in, barricaded himself in that classroom, and opened fire. Reports say one of those little girls in the class picked up the phone and tried to dial 911, but she was shot and killed. Police say all of the families have now been notified. You can't even imagine what they're going through. You can see in these images, these were families that didn't know if their kids were alive out